everyone is happy, healthy, and doing well. This is your host, uh, Dabbing Duvernay. Damn, I can't even fucking talk. Stuffy ass. Nose. So, yeah, I am your host, the Dabbing Divinator. And what I do is dab, and I give you divination reads. And one message that I got before, even pressing play to record was two cold hearts in the water conjoined to one. Does that make sense? I hope, because I was getting that heavy. Two cold hearts in the water. So the reason why I got that message is because I got two big ass ice cubes in this cup of water right now, and last night I kind of made that observation. If the water's too cold for these two hearts, then it'll conjoin. Because if it's too hot, it'll melt. That was a fatty. Okay, let's see. What is this two cold hearts conjoining to one? What's with this message? I don't even know what deck to use. What the fuck? Yeah, because it's like every single reading it usually portrays itself to be the same shit, especially as a recent. It's like these past couple of days I've been dealing with matching couples, you know. Let's see. Since I see the Four of Wands right here, it's something about commitment. Yeah, see, Wheel of Fortune. a commitment destined to happen because it's like when two cold hearts conjoin into one, that's like it's being welded in the water. It's like, maybe two cold people or yeah, two people left out in the cold. Yeah, finally becoming one. Yeah, because they're tired of being presented by this devil, you know? Oh, wow. Mhm. Oh, wow. Mhm. What a read. It's like 8 of swords, 7 of swords. There's 4 of cups, 10 of wands, ace of cups, overall energy. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh, you know what I'm getting? That movie Casino. I'm getting that movie fucking heavy. It's like the guy understands that he's dealing with a bunch of, like he has a casino to run. Yeah, there are loopholes and shit, but at the end of the day, this man was dealing with a bunch of thieves. But him understanding the fact that he has to do what he has to do in order to keep his business going. He then, runs into people who bring him burdens. "You laughing at the way oh, he's what's so funny?" "I don't know, it's just you're funny is all." And he's like, "What's funny about the way that I talk?" You know? And so the protagonist ends up meeting this female, and this female right here is ends up getting married to the guy, and then she ends up getting caught sending the guy money. They're both sitting at this table together, understanding that they're bringing the burden to this man. This man understands what's going on, yeah, because she was still holding on to the past. She was trying to help him, but at the end of the day, she was like, "I shouldn't even be doing this." And look what happened. Ends up getting his ass whooped. Yeah, see, Ace of Swords truth. And he didn't do it. His people did. This is like the movie. Yeah, The Star. And I haven't even seen that movie in a long ass time. Yeah, see the devil right here. What do you think the devil's gonna do to the Star? Anything they can. Yeah, getting a song by Wiz Khalifa Rooftop. What the fuck? Let me get one more. Yeah. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're happy, healthy, and doing well. If you do have a question you'd like answered, please ask now or forever hold your peace as I continue with the read. I do all my readings live. I do not pre-record my shit, so please be aware that I ask once only, maybe twice. But you know what I'm saying? Give people a chance. Free readings until tomorrow. But whatever it is that they're watching you do, this page of swords is looking at the star as well as the seven of swords. So whatever it is that you're doing is attracting an audience. Does that is that helping? I hope so. Because it seems like you're tired of having to defend yourself over and over again. Okay, let's see. Will this twin flame connection be blessed? Yeah, and I usually say go with your gut feeling, follow your gut, not your butt, because nobody wants to smell that shit. And I know it's hard to like take in, but it's something that is worth, understanding because it'll face your. Because if you end up overthinking a situation, they're gonna end up wondering what's wrong. Then it's gonna create this whole, Five of Cups, Empress, and the Hermit. Like we don't want we don't want an Empress who stays quiet. You know, she's a gorgeous woman. She's the star, and it doesn't matter what she does. She does it in a loving manner. Yes, oftentimes she can get upset, but she has to understand her patterns as opposed to the patterns of her connection. And if you feel that you have a stable foundation and people see it, but they try to tell you otherwise, those are the people that you make your judgment calls on because you know what you want for you and your twin as opposed to what you guys want for your future, your foundation. Because from these days, we don't know what's going to happen, you know, and everyone can sense that everything's changing by the minute. And as long as you're able to feel good, especially, you know, having to face your nightmares yourself. It's like you'll end up dropping these burdens with the people you end up connecting with as you move forward. Because, yeah, we can set out of a connection, and then we'll be presented an off what yeah, we'll be presented a new one, and then we don't want it. It's like, why don't we want it? What if it was the star? You know, you ended up making a judgment call on the star, that's you pretty much fucking yourself over. I hope this is making sense. You don't want people make judgment calls for you. Don't let others make judgment calls for you. This is your foundation, you know, you understand the burdens that people can bring you with your connection, people can a majority of them do have good intentions, others wanna see you guys apart, and you can tell who for what and why, you know? Let me see what else, because kinda like how this Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands energy, yeah, see, Eight of Cups, I'm getting that with just this card alone, and Seven of Wands on this deck, it's like being it's like crawling up into a ball and just crying because you don't feel good. Yeah, because of what these people have been saying to you. Ten of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah, take a dip of this and you'll have success. Next thing you know, it's like they're gonna end up trying to drown you at the end of the day. Yeah, see the sun. They're gonna try and make you drown in your doubt. Let's see what these crazy ass people are trying to do. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I usually don't do reverses, but I'll take that. Yeah, see, exactly what I'm saying. They'll try to present to you something big, but at the end of the person, not at the end of the person. It's like, at the end of the day, what do you feel the intentions of the person has for you? Does that make sense? Because they can grant you money, they can pay you $1,500, and you can be okay with it, right? But then, as a person, that's a page of coins in reverse. Like this person could manipulate you, pay you to do things you don't want to do. The ace of coins of the world. Yeah, page of cups. You can tell when a person is unstable with their emotion through, yeah, ace of wands, the way they act. That's a crazy ass candle. That's just dope. It's like a candle, and then it's like a snake, but there's a omen of a person. There's a lady praying, and there's a demon trying to take out that fire. And it's like, yeah, that's that 9 of swords, 7 of wands. Yeah, 10 of pentacles. Don't let these people fuck with your foundation if you know that it's stable. Like, you feel good, you know it's good, then it is good, you know? People are gonna try to bring you some bullshit, that way so it'll hover around your yeah, see, 7 of swords. It's out here twice. 4 of pentacles in reverse. Look at one. Yeah, see, there's that bathtub again. Yeah, okay. You know how when people usually rush in the mornings because they're running late, especially to go to work, and it's like you're getting ready to take a shower, and this person needs to take a shower. Okay, I don't know if you heard that firework, but it's like you tell them, "Alright, you hop in." It's like, "No, go, just hurry up." They tell you to hurry up, and you're like, "Okay." Now you're in that situation of, "Fuck, do I just let them in or do I take a shower first?" And it's like, if you end up taking that shower first, they're gonna end up being a lot more late, and if you end up letting them take a shower first, they're gonna start yelling at you because, "Oh, I need to go," like you are already naked. You were just about to hop in, like, I walked in. Like, it creates this whole thing, like, that little predicament alone, you can either tell them you next time wake up earlier, or you could give them shit the entire time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have alarms to wake up so you can go to work. If you're not responsible for your own work ethics, what makes you think you know the worth of your own foundation? Does that make sense? It's like, yeah, we have to share, but at the same time too, we gotta try not to rip the heads off of these people, especially with the high priestess being right here. Okay, let me clean this up. But it's like, yeah, Queen of Swords is being the way that they act to the things that they say. Are their words matching their actions? There you go. They end up telling people otherwise. There's 2 sides to a story. Yes, yes, yes. 2 cups, 3 of cups, and the 6 of pentacles. There's always 3 sides to a story. There's your side, their side, and there's the truth, especially around a group of people. And it usually matters with, who and what you're investing your time, your effort to. How are you making these connections, especially around people like willing to pay you for bullshit, you know? All they do is fucking, "Oh, yeah, trust me, I got you." Wait, what? Big Sean, he said, "Trust me, I got you," but I ain't trusting it, like, you know what I'm saying? because it's like I just had it in my head too. What the fuck? Damn it. Well, let's see. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in the star. You're gonna get a new opportunity from divine, especially with the way that you network with people. How do you want these opportunities? So what have you done to show these people? Yes, you Knight of Wands, Four of Swords, Strength. It's like if I were to go somewhere, oh, what the fuck? Seven of Wands, yeah. Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's like if I were to go somewhere, will it be suitable for me? Will it be comfortable for me? Or will I have to continuously defend what I have? Because if these people see that you have this Ace of Wands, they're gonna try and take that Ace of Wands. They're gonna try to befriend you so you can be so they can be a part of your life, you know? Yeah, Knight of Cups, exactly what I'm saying. Because for some reason, they'll end up thinking about you, King of Swords. And the things that you say make them feel good. At the end of the day, they feel stuck. Yeah, okay. Let me get one more. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. And then you can understand who is bringing you success, who is bringing you burden. Like, this person isn't gonna help me prosper, this person is only hurting me. It's like, if I start if I disrespect you, it's because you disrespected me somewhere down the line, you know? And that's what I'm getting with this situation. Not only are you sitting in your abundance, but you understand that you are calm wherever you're at. Anything lightly goes back to them lightly. Yeah, see? Four of Pentacles, the Empress, King of Wands. Let's see. 11, Strength. Yeah, see? As long as you're able to stop this girl in its tracks from this 3 of swords, like, you got swords away from you instead of pointed at you. Yeah, see, justice. You have yours face down. Others will have theirs towards them, and only because you know how to use that sword, as opposed to defending yourself with the 7 of wands. This lady has a sword, so it's wavering your truth. It's as if, you're gambling your life. Yeah, the chariot. Oh, no, this is the death. Yeah, 7 of wands death, that's defending things and ending cycles out because the 6 of wands is right here. You're present. Yeah, 8 of pentacles. And it doesn't matter where you go, like, yeah, they'll always try and take hold of your energy. Yeah, this king of swords. And it could be the things that you say. It could be the things that you do, especially how you keep yourself stable as opposed to the people around you. It's like feeling the energy of the atmosphere around you. Stop, look, and listen, even if you look like a crazy person. Let's see what's with this forest sword. Yeah, the hangman. That's good. That's good. Yeah, see the death. 4 of wands, the chariot. See, and you, damn. Hello there. How are you doing? Excuse me, I got my Uh, I am doing pretty well. How about yourself? And I usually give people an opportunity to ask a question. If you do have one, you may ask. Yeah, see, lovers and the king of cups. It's kind of like how this chariot card, this cat has no hind legs. It's like it has a wheelbarrow for legs. Those wheels. Um, you know what I'm saying? You could have been hurt. Yeah, see, 5 of wands, 6 of cups, and the hierophant. The hierophant got a cut on his eye too. He can't even open his left eye. This emperor. Okay, so earlier, you know how I had mentioned there are people out there that are willing to pay you to do things and make you feel like, you're getting something big. but they're using you for their own personal mm, yeah, personal misuse. Does that does that make sense? This emperor is pretty fat, and this king of pentacles, five of pentacles, magician, is like, whatever it is that he's holding on against this queen of pentacles, he understands he has to move away from that shit. Because if he keeps on daydreaming about her when, with the Six of Cups, this Five of Wands, it doesn't matter where he goes, he's going to be, reminded. There is always something there to remind me. Dan, 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 dan. Always something there to remind me of and home. I believe that's Naked Eyes. Always something there to remind me. Oh, oh. My phone went off like 6,000 times right now. Shit, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's what I'm pretty much saying. It's like everywhere you go, you feel comfortable, as opposed to everywhere you go, you are reminded of a person. Does that make sense? Because if you're unable to let go of that energy, that means you still have Hermit, Four of Pentacles, that still got to work on. And yeah, that shit sucks. It triggers you, and you're like, "Fuck!" You're shook. You feel your bones, and like you don't even know who to talk to about shit like that because it's like, damn, now I seem like a crazy ass person. You know what I'm saying? It's that anxiety. It's that insecurity. How have you been doing since she did that something now you don't know how you ever were really, yeah, how you ever really were without her from here on after. Shamed by her laughter. From here on after. It's like if someone tries to bring you down in a relationship, it's not worthy of being in that relationship. That's it, really. It's like you tried making it where this person's still in your mind. You give that reversal tenfold, like thousandfold if you have. Because kind of how I was starting this video, two cold hearts becoming one in the water. Ice cold. Low key. Out front. Edelman. Duden. So are they sexual? This one is. This one is like, I mean, if you wanted to be, I could, yeah, see darkness and fog. I can make it sexual if you want, but this ain't Pornhub, bro. No, it's just this one is more self-accepting. This is our independent through these cycles, and then this one is with the connection of our. Man, I know some viewers are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But I took a dab before this, and I'm gonna take a dab after. So if you guys are 420 green friendly, you know what we're talking about. You know, you know what we're talking about. But yes, whatever it is that you're doing, it makes people feel like you can guide them out. Yeah, magical youth and rejuvenation. That you can lead them out of this darkness. Never had a clue what. It's like my screen just went blurry right now. Oh well. And it's like whatever it is that you're doing, it feels like others can, yeah, brave traveler. You know what I'm hearing? We're busting out of here. There's a person in the background running away. There's a brave traveler right here trying to follow him. And it's like you're guiding them, reconciling the opposites. It's like if you were bad or you stuck up for yourself and to the point where these people made you think, made them, yeah, omniscient wisdom, where they felt like you were a threat, but honestly, you're not a threat. You're just sticking up for yourself. You can't control a person's reaction. Yeah, see, forgiveness, judgment, and final decision. You can't control a person's reaction. Therefore, it's how do you react around these people. Mm. Think about a rose. When you try to pick a rose without realizing where the pricks are, it's like going on a hike and having to be aware of where the leaks, those cats. And as beautiful as they are, they have to defend themselves in a way too. Not only does it help themselves from us grabbing it just barehandedly, but it also protects the little animal from its predators. Does that make sense? Because think about a bird to a small little finch to a falcon, you know, that motherfucker's chasing that shit, and next thing you know, a wolf, like, guess that shit, man. You cannot stop natural selection. Whatever it is that you're doing, people you feel like it's impossible to do. But at the same time too, why are you twisting your neck for people when you always have to stay aware around these people? Like, "Oh, shit," like, what else is gonna happen? Because what I'm getting with this being the moth, it's like, you know, the beginning of the movie, B movie, where, it has that monologue of, you know, apparently bee it's impo people say that it's impossible for a bee to fly because its wings are smaller than its body. Well, it flies anyway. To us, that's nature saying, "Fuck you," you know? And what you're doing is pretty much saying, you know, "I'm a light let's shine the light on the situation, transform the situation by understanding I am not going to be of prey. If I have to defend myself, I gotta do so, and I'm not gonna be twisting my neck for these people, for these cunning god of many faces," you know? Low key. Think about, you know, the Thor series. I don't really watch fucking Marvel, but if you understand the characters of Thor and Loki, how Loki presents himself to be, like, better than his brother. Like, the fuck shit sit your ass down. That's using the feminine intellect. That's, you know, regenerating yourself, especially if they cut a piece of you, you'll end up regenerating that with just a single breath. It's like, you know, that sigh of disbelief? It's like, and then after that, you just gotta say what you gotta say. These people are gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, all because they wanted to try and take a piece of you. It's like, "You wanted a piece of me? There you go. There you have it." Any more questions before I end it? Because Imma take a quick break, dab break. Like I said, if you are 420 friendly and you're living in a illegal state, this is for you, bruh. We gonna make sure that marijuana is fully legal. Trust. Because we did not make that pledge of allegiance just to say one nation under God, indivisible, when that we're like hella fucking divided right now. The fuck, you know? All we need is a little bit of instead of a sigh of disbelief, it's a sigh of relief, you know? There's a big ass sigh of relief because we about to take a big ass nap. So, yes, if you do have a question and you would like that answered, please. Professional, yes. And you know what? It's like we're at that point in time now where we can, for all of us who knows about a general yes, yes, 49, 49. I'll do so. And you know what? Imma give you guys a small little message, especially as a person that uses marijuana. I use mushrooms too, and I haven't done so in a while. You could feel micro and yeah, what I was trying to say too is, like, we're at that point in time where we're at that point in time where we have the technology where we are able to fund to get not only marijuana fully legal, but if we can figure out where we can plant these in the best weather conditions instead of making, more Coca-Cola factories and Pepsi factories, like, bro, as if America's obesity rate isn't high enough already. Fucking McDonald's in, like, every 5 blocks and shit. Come on. Sonic ski resorts. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, I want more nature and shit. We should do more herbal instead of, approving 2 positive effects out of these 1,000 negative effects. And that's not my problem, right? So let's do speaking of mushrooms, hold on. There's this energy drink. It's more of an elixir. It's called Odyssey Elixir, and it's pretty good. And they're based out in Florida. If I have a chance right now, I could post a link on there. It's actually really good. If you're trying to cut out the sugary shit from Rockstar, Monster, and all that other extra chemical bullshit, I suggest Odyssey Elixir. Try to look for them in your local convenience store. Last message. Last And this is why I like to do my readings live because I get more of an understanding on knowing, like, okay, this is actually happening real time. I don't want to wait for someone to be like, oh, this resonated. It's like, bro, you can just choose to sit down, listen if you want, or you can get out. Otherwise, who's wasting their time, me or you? I'm giving out the messages. It's up for you to, yeah, sit down and observe and see if it'll help you with creativity. Because most of the time people lack that shit. And one thing that I got the other day too is like people say the world is full of imagination. And as a matter of fact, you lack it. Why? Fuck, I don't know. And it's pinpointing those traits that make us lack this creativity. And that's why it's like understanding as we sit down and observe, getting a grounding presence before we face these snakes. Yeah, as we enter a brand new beginning. That shit's gonna be coming in quick, bro. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. How are we nurturing ourselves? Granting from what yeah, are we getting good fortune out of this situation? From the things that we believed in to the things that we are, resulting to now. Yeah, being aware, many thoughts about the many words we have. Because what is to be shared is how to be fair. It's being a dear friend and a fair enemy. I got that from some fucking fortune cookie. It's like, bruh. Yeah, generous friend and a fair enemy. It's like, look, I can only do so much for you, but from here on out, it's on you. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can pull that card out. And I don't mean to laugh, but I swear this is the last. This is the last. See, I should get my own like, ooh, yeah. Oh no. Okay, even better. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. So, if someone you already know because the emperor and the empress is showing them. This is how I'm ending it. Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Two of the Seven of Pentacles is already out, and the Six of Cups. That's like whoever this person is will understand that the connection that you guys have within each other, it's like worthy of sharing. Because if the another lady ends up presenting herself as Queen of Pentacles in reverse to an emperor when the emperor already has his empress. Like bitch better back the fuck up, you know? And it's not necessarily saying it in that manner, but it's like, I love this woman to the point where I will do anything, even if I even if I feel that she's hurt, I'll always make her feel right. This empress is gonna say, "You know what? Don't be coming over here with that bullshit." Pretty much. He's over here like, "She's my ride or die." She's over here like, "Oh, you coming with to me with that bullshit," you know? Spiritual value, the granting of relationships, you know, what is to be shared. Because the Empress already has the 10 of Pentacles. That's what it says right here. Knight of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Empress, and 10 of Pentacles to the Tower. And if anybody tries to interfere with this connection, that's it. Done deal. They fucking outie. Does that make sense? Because it's like, why did they waste their time coming towards you just to talk to you about this small little portion of shit? And how I mentioned about a moth, there's a moth right. Who sent you? Fucking, uh, Elon Musk? No, but transformation. We're always trying like a moth, like moths to a flame. You know what I'm saying? What you want to be known is what you believe to be the quickest way. And if it's like a relationship, not only is it trying to connect with yourself and align with yourself and being emperor and empress all at once, but this is like, "Oh, you coming to me with what kind of bullshit and for what?" Like, I'm doing my best to respect you. The same who is going to show you respect now as opposed to, 5 years down the line? And if I act the way you do, you disrespected me. I didn't disrespect Yeah, it's like you disrespect yeah, that's what I'm getting right here. If I start doing the things that you do, I'm not disrespecting you, you disrespected me. Yeah, you disrespected me, I'm not disrespecting you. And especially if you're being genuine to these people. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, Wyoming, Idaho, still legal states. This man, not only does it look like he's blowing the horn, but it looks like fat ass pipe, bruh. And it's like we're pouring a bunch of shit in our waters, and for what? No reason. DJ Screw, he goes, no reason at all. Yeah, demonstrate, realize, acting like a leader. There's a song called "Why You Hating" by DJ Screw, and the reason why I enjoy listening to the music that I enjoy listening to is because not only did the person fight their ways out of a situation, but how else were they supposed to get this situation off of their chest? Not only is it granting them a brand new beginning in life, but it's granting them, new emotional experiences, things that they're taking major leaps as opposed to people, just sitting on their ass all day, not doing that. It's like if we can find the cycle, can we break it before it happens again? Because a lot can happen. You can't stop a moving train. You ever play GTA? That shit's impossible. Imagine that shit in real life. That shit's fatal. Not only is it fatal, but think about how much money they're gonna be having to spend on repairs. Not only is the family fucking devastated because they had a stupid ass, like, distraction, you know? Oh, this person was probably changing the song. Oh, this person was probably on their phone. Next thing you know, they're fucking guards, saying don't fucking cross. You see a big ass fucking train, but no. And then now that it's a multi-million dollar company, it's like, how can I put this? The family the family in devastation is going to do anything that they can for money. And the way that they're going to do so is going to be always going back and forth. It doesn't matter. They're going to do their best. And it's like, and for what? You are warned before crossing, you know? Aren't we all warned now? It's It what I'm getting I wanna pull out the deck, but I don't I feel like I don't need to pull it out. It's like crossing the bridge between life and death. It's like understanding we upon ourselves are receptors, and we can feel the these receptors around us, per se, as opposed to the sun being too much tension of positivity to negativity. Why else do you think these stars explode? Too much negativity creating a black hole in a situation will wipe out the entire memory. So it's not only taking care of ourselves as a physical being, but it's taking care of ourselves as a mental being, taking care of ourselves as, a being of hardworking individual. And I have these animal totems for a reason. Well, the main ones are these little bear, little worker ones. This little electrician. That one doing wallpaper. That one doing, this one working on the sink. And it's like the things that we do for work. How do we, how do we have that will to face these truths? Everyone's scared of confrontation. So demonstrate like a leader. There's no reason to follow the other people. You know what is right for yourself. You know what it is that you seek at the top. We must protect the temple at all costs. Too much tension will shake up the entire foundation. Yeah, which goes back to the thing what I was trying to get at. So we are pretty much receptors. We can feel dead receptors and we can feel live receptors. And yeah, fucking moth again. And it's like us being these receptors, we can feel the tension, positive and the negative. And especially dealing with a bigger foundation, overwhelming events, eh, maybe it's like, walking into the mall one day and next thing you know, you start getting an anxiety attack. Is because for some reason there's too much negative around you. There's something about you that's making you feel insecure. Something just feels off. And it's saying, "Can you be" listen, "Can you be a strong receptor for your foundation? Can you keep your temple secure? Can you keep your spirit alive, especially through times of tension?" Because think about a gazelle facing a lion, facing a panther, or where do fucking gazelles damn, yeah, so a lion, gazelle to a lion. If that gazelle didn't catch that lion in time before it pounced, what do you think is going to happen? The gazelle's done for. It wasn't alive, as opposed to a gazelle that was able to escape. It was able to run before the cat pounced. What did the gazelle do to spend its time, you know? If it's able to escape that lion, it was able to, maintain its shape. Solidify itself. Everyone is literally a star in their own show. It's just that self-control, you know? And think about it this way. What if we had a global blackout and our eyes haven't adjusted to that darkness? What do you think is going to happen? After days go on and we still have no electricity, we don't know how to I'm pretty sure a majority of you guys can, but mm, maintaining a garden, harvesting our own food, growing our own livestock, we're so dependent on companies now to give us this shit. Oh, yeah, we have the money for it. We could just go to the store and buy it? And it's that cycle that we keep going through. And it's like, oh, global warming. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about that? Activists acting so stupidly. Like, what is smearing a delicate painting going to do about the climate change? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're stupid as fuck. Sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up. Can of tomato soup. Really? Over Van Gogh's painting. Smack the shit out that bitch. I swear, man. You do not mess with delicacy like you know what will stop global warming? If we stop mass producing all this shit that we don't need. When I worked at dryers, that shit was 24 hours a day, nonstop, only to show up just to switch them out as the machines keep going, like, "Bro, we're not Just like the machines at work, they break down, our bodies can break down too. And then they get upset because the numbers aren't right. Well, obviously, you're not hiring the right people to fix this shit properly. Second of all, whoever the fuck you hired, you need to hire someone else, you know? Get these people to understand. Get these people to understand, especially with livestock. Like, come on now. The reason why we had no eggs, there's a reason why, you know, meat was had its shortage. There is a reason why all this had its shortage. You see a global panic, and these people have no self-control. It's like, come on now. Think about that toilet paper situation. Who the fuck needs all that toilet paper? I live alone. I need a big ass little one. That shit will last me up to like a couple months, you know? Why the fuck do you need 10 packs of the big ass mask? Now what are you gonna do with them? I bet you a majority of them are still sitting in those garages if they haven't even gotten flooded yet. What about all that meat in people's deep freezers? Are they even still good to use? Like, there's like a pyramid, bro. There's layers to this shit. You know, I had bought an onion about a month ago, and I was finally able to use it today. You know what I had to do? Just peel off one layer, and that shit was still good. Cut it up and everything. I still used it to saute my mushrooms, bro. And I got a good ass onion. Imagine all the pesticides and shit they be adding. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But I feel like I should end it right here. The hour and a half special, bro. And if anyone is just now tuning in, I believe I got like 5 minutes. 5 minutes up. You got a question that you would like answered, let me know now. Uh, I'm about to get me a bottle of water. Here, right back. I should have ASMR'd it, huh? Be like, listen to the quality of my How do you personally increase and maintain your and or I see the emperor right here. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, the world. Pretty much. Think of it this way. It's your world. Fuck what I gotta say. Fuck what your girlfriend gotta say. Fuck what your mama gotta say. Fuck what your daddy gotta say. Fuck what your brother gotta say. Fuck what your sister gotta say. It's your world. How do you want it? Because, like I said, they say the world is full of imagination. And as a matter of fact, you lack. Tell me, is that true or false? Because you proving it to me wrong is you proving it to yourself. That's how you end up seeing growth and potential in yourself. It's being a generous friend and a fair enemy. It's understanding how to be the night and the day because did you know there's a lot more darkness in the daytime than there is in the night, especially when you have your back turned. What the fuck? Yeah, Queen of Wands the fool. There's a reason being is like, yeah, I could be a tarot reader, but at the same time too, for you, success feels like it's not coming. And that's you drowning yourself in that doubt. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. It is like, yeah, 9 of Swords Hierophant with the Chariot. How have you been doing since she did that something that you don't know? Now you never, now you fine. Now you really shit. Yeah. Before and After by Deep Sea Peach Tree. 'Cause it's like, let's say the reason why I had said fuck what I say, fuck what your girlfriend gotta say, fuck what anybody has to say. What do you have to say for yourself? Can you stick up for yourself? Because if you can't stick up for yourself, why would I want you by my side? Because if you can't stick up for yourself, what makes you think you can stick up for me? You know what I'm saying? And that's how you'll be able to maintain that energy. You think you can it's proving to them. You think you can stop me thinking that you can bring your bullshit to me. Oh, what is it? Reversal? Yeah. King of Cups in reverse, Death in the Five of Pentacles. See? And there's this person that you have a sense is a big ass red flag for you. And you can it shows on their smug ass fucking face. Like and it's like if you're trying to work with this person just lashes out at you and it's like, you know what, like They try to support you, but they're not supporting you. How the fuck can I put it? Because they're still holding on to the things that you do. I know I said 5 minutes. Because over time, as you fight those emotions and you walk through these emotions gracefully, and you'll be able to understand how to commit to these things, especially if you are loving towards these endings. Because not only is it a humble ending for yourself, but it's a humble beginning for yourself, as well as, how is it presentable for an opportunity to create a routine that'll better myself, and if it betters me and it works for me, will it satisfy someone else? Because if you work for yourself day in and day out without anybody around you, you start getting that sense of, shit, maybe, it's like, I don't know why I'm getting egocentric. What the fuck does that mean? Uh, yeah, thinking only of oneself without regard for the feelings or desires of others, self-centered. I'm hearing a bunch of racing. Do you hear that? And it's like racing against time. That's what it feels like to me. It's like it's like if I can work better by myself, how can I work with others without having to give people this fucking rushing winds of comments that they don't want to hear, but they need to hear it, you know? How can others get an understanding of, "I've been doing this shit for a long ass time. What the fuck do you know?" You know? And that there's a dream that I had about that. Let's say I am the bus driver to your vacation resort out there in fucking Italy somewhere, and we're driving on the canyon side, and we're on this windy road alongside a cliff, and one of you guys sent something bad about to happen, and well, you end up warning me. Oh, you notice a landslide that up on the road ahead, there's a big old hole on the road, and you end up warning me, I end up ignoring you, like, "I've been doing this shit for a long ass time. da-da-da, and all sorts of shit. Next thing you know, we end up falling into a pit. Now who's at fault? If I don't end up humbling myself, and if I don't stop myself from, these egocentric thoughts, then or these, attitudes, then how can I work with others? Especially if you understand that the people of your surroundings have a different reaction than you do, especially if you witness these reactions and understand how these people react when they are in a certain type of manner. Does that make sense? I hope you know what I'm saying. Because hurt people, and people can take the hurt no matter what. So if you're able to take harsh criticism for yourself, then you'll be able to take harsh criticism from someone else. And if you understand that they're bullshitting you, you can shut that shit down and just let it just let them know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Now let's say if I was telling that to a tarot reader that has been doing it for over 20 years, for example, that would be a perfect ass example. Let's say I gave a tarot reading to a tarot reader who has been doing it for over 20 years, and end up giving them advice, and for some reason they don't take it, as opposed to them giving it. It's like, oh, why does this person think they're a better tarot reader than me? No, I don't think I'm a. It's what's being drawn out. These are intuitive messages. Does it resonate with you or not? If it doesn't, don't follow that shit. Follow your gut, not your butt, because nobody wants to smell it. So, yeah, almost a 2-hour video, 2-hour special. I should start investing in more on a studio equipment, start doing live shows, be like good quality, be a person on television, be like, yo, what's good? Signing contract. Yeah, there you go, another example, presenting themselves to give you an offering and think that it's gonna go all, fine and dandy when at the end of the day, it's all shit. So, Hometown Makeover, HGTV, is doing a little episode in the town that I'm living in, and they had helped a couple businesses, but they had to pay a fee. They had to pay a big ass portion of money for them to come mess with their business, do it whatever the way they want it, and the contract tells them to leave it like that for a certain amount of years. Over time, people are gonna get tired of that shit, right? It's like, yeah, tourism is good, but how do you think the owner feels? Like, the owner is probably like, "I don't like this shit. I want it the way I want it." Like, um, I don't know. I don't know. It captivates a certain audience, but, as a business owner, if you wanted that 15 minutes of fame, how long do you think that's gonna last? for your business if you don't reach those numbers that they want you to hit. See, not you, they, as opposed to these contractors, saying, "We can help you, but you need to do this, that, and the third in order for you to get it." It's like, what the fuck, you know? You end up doing it, and now what? Are they satisfied? Are you satisfied? Are you able to move on from that situation? Can you make that stand for yourself? Be like, "Look, I don't want this bullshit," or, "Look, this feels off," or, "Look, you gotta bear with me here," you know? It's like, as opposed to wanting the fame, what do you think is better? Having that or being satisfied with the business that you worked for on your own? 4141. Because let's say you wanna do baking, let's say you wanna do painting, how are you investing your time? Are you going with the flow or shit? Or are you just letting shit fly? But, yeah, I hope I hope this helped you guys out, give you guys a little insight. Uh, I hope everybody stays safe, stays blessed, stays well, stays happy. Remember, you are loved and will always be loved if you love yourself. Trust me. You woke up this morning, you fell asleep tonight. When you wake up, you know, your day will shine bright. I'm not trying to be corny here, but take it as you will. Okay, goodbye. I'm tired as fuck. Deuce.